Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. This is Terry, and this is another edition of Sell Your Own Products on Amazon for Income and Lifestyle. It's one of our afternoon hangouts. I know I haven't you'll all get a thing. Anybody that subscribed will get a notice about this has been posted and all that. So you notice I don't send that anymore because I changed my mind. I was going to do this morning, and I didn't get around to it. And as soon as I get done here, I've got to mow the grass. Yes. What can I tell you? My wife will shoot me. So anyway, this is just a quickie because it is that time of the year. What time is it? It's the time that Amazon comes out with their restrictions on being able to sell toys at Christmas time or fourth quarter. Whatever you want to, as you know, the fourth quarter is notorious for toy sales and that. And I've told you before that one year I had one product. It was a game. It was wasn't Monopoly. What do you call it? It was a child's game, a real popular one. And I had bought a whole bunch of them and on a closeout, and they were good shape and all brand new and everything like that. And I bought them after Christmas, the year before. I bought them, and they sent them to the warehouse, and they just sat there. And I think during that whole, from January until November, the end of November, I think I sold a whole 24 or something like that of those games, and I had like 1,200 of them. But the thing of it is, between Black Friday and the 15th of January, I sold 1,100 of those. I ended up with about 100 left over. And so those I moved out on a sale and all that. But I just want to tell you, that's what happens. If you're selling toys, you need to be aware of that, because toys during most of the year, as far as I'm concerned, now I'm sure there's somebody out there that's selling toys year round and selling a lot of them and all that. But as far as I'm concerned, toys aren't worth messing with other than around the Christmas time and all that. So that's just me. But before you jump in and say, oh man, I want those kind of sales, let me order something and get them in there, because you still got time to get it in for the Christmas sale fourth quarter, especially if you join the course and we show you how to do it. You can get them here from China. You can get them all in there and get them sitting there on the shelf, all lined up just pretty, so they can come and the packers at Amazon can come there and just, what can I tell you, pick them off, pack them, send them out, and you'll be doing good. But anyway, here's what it is. Now, if you're selling FBA, you probably don't have to worry about it, because in the last few years, Amazon has let the FBA sellers get by with murder, because they're the ones that are shipping out. And if it's not in the thing, they trust themselves. And I think Amazon makes a mistake doing that, but that's just it. But if you merchant fulfill, you'll be required to meet these restrictions or requirements. Now, that's the first one is, now I want to tell you, these are the requirements from last year, and I presume they've been the same all the way for the last 3 to 4 years, and so I presume this year's restrictions are going to be the same. But don't quote me on it, because the dates might be a couple days off, or they might have changed their policy. You know, Amazon is they can do what they want to do. It's their ball game, and if they want to change it, they will. But this is from last year. My thing, I pulled it out and thought I'd tell you about it, because they're coming, and I'm sure you're gonna get a notice like this. And so if you're new and think you want to enter that toys, you need to be cognizant of this, because it's some pretty heavy restrictions on just getting started. So your first sale, now this is if you're a seller, drop ship, or anything like that, your first sale on Amazon must be prior to September 18th. Now, that does not have to be specific to the toys or games category. It can be anything, but your first sale on Amazon must be prior to September 18th. And I think that date will probably change one way or another this year, but it's going to be close to September the 18th. And you must have processed and shipped 25 orders between September 1st and October 31st. And once again, orders do not have to be specific to be toys and games. They could be tool category, could be the sports category, could be clothing, could be any category you want, but you need to sold at least 25 orders on Amazon to be allowed to sell games or toys during Christmas time. And I say games, and I don't mean because that toy that I had was a game, and I guess I use that, and I apologize. But toys, you're not going to be allowed unless you've sold 25 sales. Is basically what it is. Okay. Now, this is where it gets it, and I think they're going to change this year, because this is part of the things that Amazon has really been working for. As if you don't know, there's a lot of people that have gotten their selling privileges taken away. A lot of people have got it and responded to it, pulled their hair out, and that's the reason there is a proliferate, I guess I can use that word, a proliferate of experts out there who will take care of your cancellation notices and write notices for you and get you reinstated. And all I can say in that is I'd watch it. I'd be sure if that happens to you and you need to use one, check out those references, find and ask around what they are and everything like that, because some of those guys are just not very good. That's going to be what I'm saying, and I'm sticking to that, because there's a lot of people, a lot of people want to take advantage of you, and so they see in it, because Amazon is issuing a lot of halt, suspend, stop selling on Amazon. We have these complaints against you. They're doing a lot of that, and I think it's it doesn't make any difference what I think. It doesn't make a bit of difference. I'm not Jeff Bezos. I'm just telling you what it is. But this is part of the restrictions they put on there. Your short-term order defect rate must be no greater than 1% as of November 1st. So what's means it means you got to watch it. You can't have any defect. And if you're selling good quality goods, that's not going to be a problem, because you're not going to have that unless there's just something wrong. But if you're selling good products and good quality goods and they're in good shape in that, you don't have to worry about that. Okay, the second thing is, and as far as your metrics are, your pre-fulfillment cancellation rates must be no greater than 1.75 between October 1st and October 31st. Now, short-term order defect rates. That means you can't be sending out junk. If you've got junk and you're selling it, and shame on you in the first place, you don't do that. If you're going to be a drop shipper or anything, I don't care where it's Amazon, eBay, Etsy, Walmart, or whatever, sell good quality products and you won't have any problem. But if you do, you're selling junk and the buttons fall off and the everything falls, or it just doesn't work, don't do it. That's all I can say. These are good, and I agree with these. Some of the stuff that Amazon comes out with, I don't, but I agree with these, that you shouldn't be selling junk. So make sure that the stuff you send out is good, and nothing's falling off, falling apart. Okay, your late shipment rate must be no greater than 4% between October 1st and October 31st. Okay, your late shipment. And this is where a lot of drop shippers get in, because they get these orders and they go over, especially this time of year, because a lot of people, especially in popular products and that, sell out. So this guy is doing drop shipping between, say, Amazon and eBay. And so this guy sells a product on Amazon, goes over to eBay to order it, and find out that, man, the guy at eBay is all out. And so the guy hurries up and scrambles around, tries to find another. Maybe he could find somebody else selling on eBay or something like that, and send. But his order gets late because of this, and Amazon doesn't like that one bit, and they will nail your hide to the wall if they catch you doing that. So all I can say is, if you use a thing like a Price Shack or something like that, you're going to be there, because just as soon as that seller on eBay runs out, they'll let you know. So You need to be cognizant of that. But these are just, like I say, all good because Amazon wants to make sure that their customer gets the best product and the best service there is. And that means they want to make sure if you say you're going to ship it in one day, you ship it. And if you're doing drop shipping, then you make sure the company that you're drop shipping in will, like the one I use, has they're real strict and they stick to it. As long as you've got your order in there by 2 p.m. Eastern time, it'll ship out that day. And that's what Amazon wants. So just be aware of that. And if you're trying to, you can get by some by doing that, and they ship out the next day. But Amazon they're going to catch you. That's all I can say. So, like I say, this was based on last year's policy. This is last year's policy. There's no guarantee Amazon is not going to change it. But if they do, I'm pretty sure it will be similar to last year's because they might change some of these metrics, make them a little bit stricter. That's what Amazon is doing. So if you do merchant fulfill, you may want to try and meet these standards if you want to sell toys. And that's all I can say. I'm not standing here and I'm not going to preach to you why you need to sell good quality products. That's a given, and you know that as well as I do. So if you're out there and you're trying to make a quick buck, you're going to get caught and you're going to get nailed. But these are good risks, things that Amazon put it in. Like I say, they're going to be coming out in the next week or 2 weeks. You're going to get a letter from Amazon saying this is their restrictions and what you have to do if you want to sell toys during the fourth quarter. And like I say, when I say the fourth quarter to me starts the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and ends about January 15th because it takes a week or a little bit more than a week to get a lot of the returns processed and all that from Christmas time because just because that product that you sold to their cousin and they got it as a gift doesn't mean they're going to like it. So they're going to send it back in. But don't worry about it. One will cancel the other because somebody who returns your product, somebody else is going to choose your product. What I'm trying to say is business stays good until about January the 15th, and then it starts to dry out. But let's hope that if you're doing things right and you're cooperating and you're getting it in, you're going to do fine and you're going to have a prosperous selling season. And I hope, because if you read, I listened to the Stuart Varney in Mornings with Maria, and the stock market and the durable goods orders are up and things are looking like it's going to be a good Christmas season. And I just wish you the best. But these are some of the little things you need to be cognizant of and get your products in there, get things set up so you're not getting caught with one of these and Amazon slaps you. You get up in the morning and said, "Greetings from Amazon. Your selling restrictions have been terminated," which simply means you can't sell on Amazon. They're going to hold you. They're going to hold your money. Any money you got in your account, they're going to hold for quite a while. And I just don't want it to happen to any of you. Just stick with this and stick with Amazon's restrictions, and I'll try and tell you if any more restrictions come out or do, because it's hard telling. They've been changing a lot of stuff, like I say. And what can I say? Let me see. Oh, just a shameless plug for the course. If you're part of our course, we'll tell you all this, and you'll know up in advance. And there's also the and I'm just going to mention. I think I mentioned it the other day, but the Chinese holidays is coming up in the next couple months, and because of that, be careful of that when you're placing the order, because they're going to shut those factories down, and those factories will stay shut down for a week to 2 weeks. Depends on how soon they get over and everybody gets back. But I would figure 2 weeks. If you get an offer, you're going to add another 2 weeks, especially if you're coming by sea. And if you're coming by air, it's going to be the same thing, because they flat out shut those factories down. Everybody goes home to their families out in the country and enjoys the holidays and has a good old time, and they stumble back in, after about a week or so. And they just do it. So be prepared. Like if you remember the course, we're going to tell you all that. We're going to tell you all that. And, you know, the course is the sponsor of this program. The course, well, in these programs here, I tell you what to do. It's real simple. When you join the course, we tell you how to do it. We show you how to do it. That's all that's said. As you know, if you've been following me, that we are working on the course. We've added a whole bunch of new videos, and we've taken everything from. That's the reason when I signed on today, I said sell your own product on Amazon for income and lifestyle. And we cover not only Amazon, we cover eBay, we cover Etsy, we cover Walmart, we cover some of the over in Europe. We cover some. We have a lot of it, and we cover a lot of the tools and all that, and we cover that during the course. So all I can say is the course is being worked on, and this is the time to buy it, because if you buy now, you're going to get all the new stuff free, because the price of the course is going to go up. It's $349 now. It's going to go up to $499. So now's the 10th. Most of the new stuff is already added, and so you're going to get that as a bonus. So what can I tell you? Now is the time to buy the course, because we're getting in, and now is the time, especially because we need to get your product needs to get in by Black Friday. It needs to get in there, so it's in there for Q4, and you can watch your product fly off the shelf. Now, what can I say? So with that being said, like I say, I encourage you to go purchase the course, and I will see you on the inside. If not, just keep watching these broadcasts. Oh, and I've got the next one I'm working on is we've had a lot of questions, especially this time of year. We have a lot of people watch this from foreign countries, and when I say foreign, I mean not American, and I don't mean that in a derogatory meaning or anything else. But we get from all time, and we've got customers in the course. We've probably got more customers from Europe right now than we do in the United States. But it all comes together, and just want to tell you that now is the time. If you're going to buy, because you need to get in there, and don't miss the selling secret, because we're there. And so we're going to stop this broadcast, and I hope to see you inside the course. And oh, by the way, and I keep forgetting it, I'm sorry, down in the corner right there, if you like it, please subscribe. Just subscribe to my channel, and there's a link to the course down there. And like I say, the next time, which probably will be tomorrow, we're going to talk about getting your product from wherever you're at, Thailand to Amazon, or any of the European countries, or Australia, or anything, getting that product from. We don't always talk about that. We always somehow think that we're here in the United States, and that's all there is. But we've got a lot of people over there, a lot of people in the course from Australia, and so we appreciate. But we want to know exactly. You want to know what an EIN number is, and you also want to know how to get your product from China to Amazon FBA and not have to go to Australia. I've had people come and say, they bought the stuff in China, had it shipped to Australia, and then they checked it over, and then they shipped it to Amazon FBA. Guys, that's like doubling your cost. So what can I tell you? The next hangout we're going to talk about that. We're going to give you some resources and all that. So what can I say? You have a good day. I appreciate you, and I shall see you on the inside.